Okay, yes. I think I might go first. Thank you very much again for these really thoughtful reflections. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
yes. Okay. So, yes, I think I'm going to try to reply to both of you, or inspired by both of your comments. So first of all, I think Adolfo, you asked, I think what you were asking was, can the model jump into the lab and do some work there?
Yeah.
For me, everything's really delayed, and that's confusing me a little bit in how I'm speaking.
We can
But anyway, I'll just speak and then I'll see how it goes. If there's a problem.
We can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so how can the model jump into the lab and do something there? But I wonder, so I think if I understood you correctly, you said the lab is the powerhouse of non-rationalist approaches to this issue. And I wonder if that's really true, or if I would completely agree with this. And I think Ezekiel will also say something to that a bit later. And in your quote, your final quote, if I get it in front of me here again, I quickly took a screenshot. You said that linguistic processes and experience remain directly unperceivable in their essential totality, so that we can only imperfectly infer them through their partial physical proxies. But I really would disagree with that, because I think one of our points is that we, as human beings, actually directly perceive all of this in its totality, and in its meaning it has directly for us. And if we're interested in investigating that, then we need a science that can do that can approach that. So we need, if you like, an engaged epistemology to approach that. And then maybe indeed neuroscience is lacking some things, and labs are obviously constraining this too much. And so, just to quickly say something, what can the model contribute to science in relation to this question? I think one of the first things that comes to my mind is that we can, from the model and from an active approach, put much more value on empirical methods that are qualitative rather than quantitative, and that bring in ecological validity by looking at the context of people in their experiential situations. And the hypotheses that we made about autism in the book were two hypotheses, and we showed empirical work showing what we suggest in the hypotheses at work in terms of the meaning for the people who are involved, in terms of prosody and so on, measurable aspects of what is going on. So one of my first thoughts in relation to your question would be that we could put much more value on empirical research that does justice to these things. Let's see if I have something else. Yeah, no, maybe I'll give it to Ezekiel here, who might say something about the interactive brain hypothesis, also in relation to this.
Ezekiel's microphone on. Yeah, it's on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I mean, again, thanks to both of you. I may just go on from what Hannah was saying, because Adolfo puts it very nicely when he asks questions about whether the model can be falsified, things like this. And what is the kind of empirical work that informs the model. And I will give you some answers to that, very specific answers in a second. But in general, what we need to understand is what we're trying to do here is not only aim at generating testable questions that you can test in a neuroscience lab. I mean, you have to understand that we are trying to make an intervention within the theories of embodied cognition that have been long criticized for not being able to ever reach the level of language. And that is, if you like, our main goal. And if we fail at something, we should fail at that. I mean, if you fail at that, we're really not doing what we want to do. But if you fail at other things, yeah, okay, that is the opening for a new conversation. But having said that, I can give you quick answers. You asked whether there's any empirical lab based research that informs the model. Yes, there is. We talk about the work of Kyle B on the crank experiment to show how, it's on page 140 something, 43. There's a crank experiment where people are asked to move a crank together or alone, and they spontaneously create a sort of division of labor. One accelerates, the other slows down the crank. It's a very simple experiment, but it's about what it performs. I said yesterday that when you have the tension in the model, you go back to the center by using empirical work. That doesn't mean it's empirical work made in a lab. It could be obvious observations such as we live in space and there are distances and we interact more with people who are around us. And so it's a very basic empirical observation, it's not a lab. But there are in some cases lab studies that inform the model too. The model cannot be falsified because that's not the point of the model. Any hypothesis that is derived from the model should be falsified. Okay, so, but the model is neither true or false. It is as good as its use, as good as if it helps us understand what our problem, it helps us see how the concepts may connect. And then that helps us understand whatever problem we're interested in, whether it is designing an experiment or resolving what a psychotherapist might be interested in, trying to have a breakthrough in the psychotherapy. It could be many different applications. But just to clarify that point, the hypothesis should be falsifiable. The model itself is not subject to, it's not making a claim of this is the way we propose things to be, and they could be right or wrong. It's making a claim about how we are ordering thoughts and ideas together such that we can build that bridge between all of the conceptual gaps that we wanted to fill in. But having said all that, we have had this discussion so many times. It's not just about this particular book. It's a whole history of what I mentioned that often goes into the same kind of worries that you have. How do you test this in a lab? If it is a question that you have to have a lot of ecological validity. Well, that's an irrelevant problem, but fortunately there are lots of people who have been doing interesting efforts, and we ourselves have made an intervention through some work in cognitive science about the constitutive roles of social interaction. And we advanced what we call an interactive brain hypothesis, which put us in dialogue with neuroscientists. And recently we had this a published discussion with Ralph Adolfo about this. So what happens there? Well, in those pieces of work, we do look at specific examples of empirical work in the lab that can actually help support the perspective that we are advancing. And there is the work of Laura Sartori in Padua, Christian Delan and colleagues in Aarhus, Joy Hirsch in Yale, who does testing the interactive brain hypothesis using hyperscanning as well. So it's not as if there's nothing. That's what I want to say. But at the same time, what you say is something that we have in mind. It's important that we are aiming at having a perspective that can be tested in the lab as well as in other parts of life as science. So there's a lot of challenge that remain open there, but I think there's reason to be optimistic. I don't think the lab is so meager as you suggested. I think it may be a bit more of how we are accommodating traditional perspectives and constraints in the lab with new ideas and start seeing the possible connections. The work of Laura Sartori is not even interactive, it's just showing videos, but it is very, very relevant to the inactive perspective because she shows that certain expectations that you have regarding gestures, social gestures, sometimes to imitate them, sometimes to complement them, and so on, are aroused when you see an actual person, but not when you see, an arrow imitating the gesture that is impersonal. So you see the importance of seeing somebody there is part of what we call readiness to interact. So, yeah, I think this is a very exciting and ongoing discussion. We have to continue to talk about this. I think I had something to say about Sofia's talk, but maybe I let Elena speak first and then.
Okay, hi, can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes, now talk.
Okay, good. This will be very, very brief, and I need to echo the comments from Hannah and Nikhil, and thank you both for really interesting conversations about how we can relate to science and scientific inquiry in particular, which are very important questions, of course. When I keep thinking about, Adolfo, I looked at one of your papers on two-body neuroscience, and I feel like we're actually in a lot of, as you said earlier, I guess, a lot more resonance than maybe your comments suggested here and what you want to explore and understand the limitations of the lab settings. And I think the hypotheses in the article I looked at, we would be interested to explore certainly. But it doesn't seem like it's so possible to do it yet. And I was thinking about in gesture research, for example, before the improvements and accessibility and affordability of video technology, like that research looked very different than how it looks today. So until you can watch people's brains in naturalistic settings, I don't know if you can get as much out of our model as what we can right now, although I think you just pointed out a number of options. And I was just thinking about Michael Anderson's book, After Phrenology, where he seems slightly more optimistic about like fusing fMRI and EEG scans to complement each other's weaknesses, and one thing he suggests is using scripts or frames from sociolinguistics, like restaurant settings, to have more methodological control without actually literally scripting as you're doing for participants. So I don't know what you would think about those possibilities. I mean, he emphasizes that above all, you can't test metalinguistic judgments and feel sufficient about that if you see language as an act of communication and interaction, essentially, right? So then you have to study the neural supports for communicative action, not for metalinguistic judgments or isolated words, as you identified. So I mean, just to echo that there's some stuff out there, but it does seem like there's really big hurdles still to explore. And I was wondering about the Artemis Lab and if they ever put neural nets on people doing their coming to alignment experiments, because then you'd be doing it all at once. I don't know, but I don't know if it's possible. I'm not a neuroscientist, so I can say these wildly naive things about like just make a better net and put it on somebody's head. I don't know. But yeah, so I was curious if the geodesic sensor nets that Don Tucker has at the University of Oregon, if those are portable, or if anything has become portable yet. So I'm also interested in further conversation. I just say, and then turn it back to Hannah and Ezekiel if they want to talk about Sophia's comments.
Okay, should we turn any of your microphones on? Do you want to say something?
Okay, so shall I comment? I'll say something. Thank you, Sophia. I mean, my whole reaction to your talk is, please don't worry. We are very seriously looking both ways, if you like. When you go from towards social linguistic normativity, thinking, objectivity, blah, blah, blah. At the same time, we must go and look the other way, towards active matter, processes, self-organization. And we do so explicitly in the book. I mean, we talk about the process of active matter. We talk about the implications. In the last chapter, unfortunately, we couldn't go into. We talk about the implications of what you call the nature of life, and we would call nature of life language continuity for ethics. And we had an excursus into Simondon's idea of neogenization and how that projects a totally new perspective on nature and on matter that allows us to connect and actually rethink our ethical present. In a sense, the whole enactive perspective was born out of evolutionary robotics and autonomous robotics, because it was in those simple systems that we could first look at the whole, again, of the ancient environment controller dynamics and how the interaction, how the behavior was emerging from the whole interaction and was not inside the robot's controller. In many cases, we even have sharp demonstrations of robots that can learn with a controller that can't change. You see what I'm trying to say here? It will be almost difficult to imagine if you have a very internalistic perspective that if you learn something, it means you must change something in your brain, something. Well, there are very simple cases in which you can see that robots can learn things about their environment without changing the controller at all in its structure, but changing the way it moves and changing its regional environment. So, all of these concerns are, if you like, part of the makeup of the way in which you apply the enactive logic that we mentioned yesterday. So I wouldn't worry that we have a kind of very mystical, holistic perspective that is disconnected from science and from matter as well. No, it's not at all the case. Many things we can discuss here will be able to reaffirm even more, but probably there's no time. My message, but there's very no time. I don't know if I will come back to that.
Okay. If any of you wants to say something else, if not, we have 25 minutes for comments here of the commentators and Q&As. Okay with that? Yes. Okay. Yes?
Can you hear me there?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for your replies, which I found engaging and enlightening. After listening to your comments, I'm able to refrain and recast my view on some of the things that I said. And that's the beauty of conversation and discussion. It's part of the beauty of engaging in participatory sense making. So for that, I thank you. But at the same time, there is the beauty of disagreement. And that is perhaps one of the most valuable forms of participatory sense making, because it is in disagreement that we are faced with the need to challenge our views or to refine the way in which we present the arguments that the other party does not come to terms with. Hanne, you said in reference to, I said that it is impossible to capture these events in their essential totality, and that we can only have partial access to them through their partial physical proxies. And I quote, you said that you fully disagree with that, and disagreement is beautiful, but if disagreement is beautiful, meta-disagreement is sublime. So I would say that I fully disagree with your full disagreement. And I will even adopt a more assertive stance that I am typically comfortable with, and I will say that there is no way at all that any model, person, hypothesis, framework, approach, theory, trend, whatsoever can have any insight on the whole, on the essential totality of phenomena such complex as those that emerge in the interactive, inactive dealings between people, their biology, their organisms, their sensory motor repertoires, possibilities, affordances, predictions, and the social frameworks in which these are embedded. I will to say that is actually possible, not just of your proposal, but of any framework at all, is to assume that we can have the eye of God. And I am pretty much convinced that is not possible. Then again, this is not a critique that befalls solely or exclusively on your model. I would say the same thing about my models, about my theories, about my books, about anybody else's books, other than the Bible perhaps. But having said that, No, I am fully convinced that we are only looking at partial things. First of all, because we do not have full access to everything that is going on physically. We cannot inhabit other people's minds, feelings, and as regards to the organic and the sensory motor events that take place, it is only through the limitations of our own perceptual and conceptual schemes that we can access them. So unless we assume that there is some sort of full solipsism or some way in which we can fully and 100% inhabit and become imbued with the experiences of others, I have to stand by my claim. But this is just to further the discussion.
If you
Clarify?
say again,
Yes?
I'm just
Sorry,
wondering if you wanna answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. So, just quickly, because I want to also give people from the audience a chance. But I do think that when you say that we cannot grasp the essential totality of things, of course, we cannot grasp the totality of things, but I think one of the points that we want to make in the book is that maybe there isn't an essential totality to things, in the sense that we always engage, right? So when we know something, we do that in engagement. So our view and our perspective is limited, but we can still capture something in its total relevance to us at a certain moment. And it's that engagement that I think we are trying to capture. And so, of course, yeah, I don't think there is a God's eye view, or there is one, but we cannot access it, I don't know. But what it's about is engagement, and so I do think that people sometimes can feel that they have full understanding, and that is something that we are interested in explaining, and cognitive science hasn't really addressed that so far.
Can I just...
Oh, yes. Yes, your microphone is on. Yes, it's on.
It's not.
I turned it off. Okay, just to add very quickly, this is very nice and rich question, but where I would have of course an issue with it is, and I think it goes in the way in which Hannah was trying to put it, is the lack of the possibility of grasping the whole totality of things does not imply that we can only imperfectly infer them through the partial physical process. Because that says to us that the only epistemic approach is a rational inference, where an engaged epistemology, you just grasp through participation, you're just being there. Think about it in other contexts of life, you don't infer the love of a loved one. You just participate in it, you just feel it, you are part of it. And in that sense, imperfect though as these engagements may be in trying to define even hypothetical entity that is total, they can be quite complete in the sense that they're always open-ended, always possible to refute them or change them. But they can be quite complete without having to infer things necessarily. In some cases we do infer things, of course. So that the different ways in which there are really adjustments that we can make to this point that you're making. And that was my remarks. Addition to comments.
I also have some comments, but if you don't mind, I will write them to you later so we can use the time to let the audience get some responses.
Okay.
I just want to thank you three and maybe Ezekiel for your comment to what I presented, and you understand it very clearly what my worries were. So I know I have a philosophy background, so very early in my career, I was faced with the discussion between Hegel and Kant, so between the limited knowledge that Kant professes and the Hegelian view of science that think of human beings as omniscientes, as capable of a full knowledge. So always my worry was not to fall back in this Hegelian view. But you're right. We need many times to try to have a holistic view. We need that as human beings. And it is enlightening.
I just would like to thank you for your comments and responses. Yes, that's a very important comment. I think it's a clear for me now how to work